video, I will be discussing the 9 steps that I suggest to go through the process of purchasing a home today. Stay tuned to learn all about it. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Audrey Rozier and I am your local realtor here in the Central Maryland and Baltimore metro areas. In this video, I'll be discussing the 9 steps to purchasing a home. I went through my videos and realized that I didn't have a video anything like this, and that is my bad because this is a large portion of what I do. And y'all deserve a video where I explain the process of buying a house. So step number 1 is going to be to connect with a vetted and trusted realtor that can then connect you to a mortgage lender. Now, I know typically you should go through the process of connecting with your mortgage lender first because they're going to get you, pre-approved, and your realtor can't start showing you houses until you're pre-approved. However, here's what I have found. You may not know that not all mortgage lenders are built the same. Some are better than others. I think it is very important that you go through the process of having your realtor connect you to a trusted and vetted mortgage lender so that they will give you the best service. The other reason why I suggest doing it this way is because when you talk to a realtor, typically they have more than one mortgage lender in their arsenal. Like, they can connect you with a few different people. And if they are aware of personality styles, then they're not going to connect you with someone that they feel that you wouldn't work well with. Not all lenders are created equal. I generally suggest getting in contact with professionals about 3 to 4 months before you are ready to put the key in the door of your new home. If you would like to be connected to a realtor professional in your area, I have vetted and trusted realtor partners in every single state, so feel free to click the link down in the description below and I will connect you with one of my trusted realtor partners. Step 2 is kind of a part 2 of step 1. And after you've spoken with your mortgage lender, it's important that you reconnect with your realtor after you've had a conversation with your lender, after you've gone through the process of getting pre-approved. The point of the second contact with the realtor professional is to understand the processes of how the realtor will work to find you your home. And I also think that it is very important to set up expectations up front so that there are no surprises during the process. They should be answering all of your questions, giving you an overview of the market, setting expectations as well for when you start home shopping. Step 3 is to, of course, start looking at homes. Now, during your conversation with your realtor and your lender, you should have discussed your budget and how much you're willing to spend on a monthly basis. Now, let me explain this, and listen, because it matters. I don't really care, and I don't think any other realtor should care about how much you're actually pre-approved for and what that max budget is. I think what truly matters is how much you are comfortable spending on a monthly basis and what that number looks like, including, your property taxes, your insurance, the monthly payments, everything. Typically, what I like to do is before we even start looking at houses, I'm sending houses that you like to the lender so they can run up estimates so that you are aware of what those numbers are. And as long as they make sense for you, then absolutely, let's go take a look at those houses. And then we can also kind of set what the budget would be at that point as well. Now, I will say with rising interest rates, that makes it a little difficult. So I think it's important that you do that before you go out every time, because your payment could change drastically depending on how long it's taking you to find a home. So next, step 4 comes once you find your home of choice. And this step includes making your offer. You will come together with your realtor to craft up an offer based on your comfort levels and what you can afford. In today's market, that can mean a lot of different things. So check out the video that I did a while ago about how to get your offer accepted in a seller's market. And just keep in mind, don't get discouraged if your offer isn't accepted the first time. There is a lot of competition in our current market, so it pays to be patient. The home that is for you will be yours at some point. Step number 5 comes after you get your home under contract, and at that point, it's time for you to start what we call contingency period, also known as the home inspection period and escrow period. Here in Maryland, you will have to hire a title company to facilitate the sale. During this time, it's also important to do any home inspections and request repairs if you are able to. There are lots of inspections that you can do, so it's important that you consult with your realtor so you can understand which ones are absolutely necessary. Step 6 is to pay for and have your appraisal conducted on your home. If you are unfamiliar with what an appraisal is, it is when a lender sends out a representative to conduct research on the home that you have under contract. They look at neighborhood activity, the condition of the home, as well as other things to give you their opinion of what they feel the home is actually worth. And based on that number, the lender may fully fund your home loan or they may not. If the value given by the appraiser doesn't line up with what you are under contract for, like the home's contract price, you will likely have to reevaluate the purchase price and try to renegotiate it. Once you conclude negotiations, step number 7 will be to plan for settlement. I suggest doing this by getting quotes from moving companies, any contractors for any work that you'd like to be completed prior to move-in. You also want to make sure that all utilities are switched over to your name and that you update your address. Your title company should be in touch about these specific procedures and how much you would need to bring to settlement. Some title companies may want you to wire your closing funds, others may prefer that you bring a check, but either way, it's important that you follow the procedures of your chosen title company. Step number 8 is to conduct your final walkthrough of the home. I cannot stress this enough. You need to walk through the home before settlement to make sure that everything is working well and that there are no issues. If you requested repairs during your home inspection contingency period, then you want to make sure that those repairs were completed as well. I suggest doing this as close to settlement as possible, and honestly, the morning of works the best because you never know what can happen in like 24 hours, 48 hours. If you do your final walkthrough 48 hours prior to settlement and the pipe burst on the morning of, then you're kind of just out of luck. You've already purchased the house at that point, and it's a very unfortunate situation, but the house is yours. So, step number 9, and the last step, is to settle. Make sure that you've wired your funds before settlement. At the settlement table is when you would receive the keys to your new home, but I know that in other states that may not always be the case. In Maryland though, we are not allowed to give you the keys to your new home prior to closing and confirming that you have already sent over your closing funds and that they have been received by the title company. You'll also be signing a lot of paperwork, so during this time, make sure that you're ready for that. Your wrist is not hurting already before you even get started. And that is everything. That is the entire process to buying a new home. And I just feel like, I can add a step 10, and that step 10 would be just to enjoy the house that you just purchased. I feel like when you break it down into steps like this, it's not so intimidating, right? Like it's not unmanageable. So if you feel like this video was helpful, let me know down in the comment section below. It truly helps me with creating more content and coming up with different ideas, and of course it helps the YouTube algorithm. So I'm here for all of your real estate needs in Maryland, and if you have any questions, feel free to schedule some time on my calendar. The link is in the description below. I truly appreciate you taking the time to watch, and I will see you on the next one.